am Mun.
And I am Ray.
We're back.
Yes, we are. And I'm in black.
That's right. I'm not, but that's all right. Yes, want to say thank you to all those that have new subscribers.
Thank you so
and
much.
Thank you for those that have been riding with us from the beginning of our channel.
Yes.
So thank you so much. You know what? You know how we're going to go. Let's get into it.
Jump right on in.
Today we're talking about The Woman King. I hate this movie.
All right.
Why do you ask?
Why?
Well, because one, talks about, explains, it perpetuates the very situations going on today.
Mm-hmm.
Black man against black woman.
Let's say that the other way around.
Black woman against black man.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I say to put it the other way around because it seems as though everywhere on social media, it's the black woman who we
Hating.
see in the forefront
Mm-hmm.
spewing,
Hate
yeah.
against the black man.
Yeah.
Now, this movie starts off. Now, please understand, it's a very well acted. Definitely the background, the authenticity of the film. I'm gonna say I was totally moved. What I'm pissed off about is just the storyline.
Yeah.
Yes, Viola Davis's character.
Phenomenal.
Yes, not real.
Say that.
I'm gonna say it again. Viola Davis' character, Naniska,
Mm-hmm.
not real.
Yeah.
Fictitious. So if the Viola Davis character
Mm-hmm.
is not real, then the story is not real. Now, they put inside of these young ladies' minds that you can't have husbands.
Mm-hmm.
There is no love to be felt because love makes you weak.
Yeah. So no husbands. You can't have children.
Oh, yeah, can't
Yeah.
have children. Yes.
Mhm.
Now, what does that perpetuate?
No future people.
No
Like,
future.
I mean,
Seriously, it's
Yeah.
buck stops with you.
yeah.
Then you go into the point of saying that of every woman that was in the kingdom that
Mhm.
became on this elite army of
Mhm.
women had a bad experience with a black man.
Yeah. Whether it was a family member
Yep.
or like the one protagonist in the movie, her name is Nawi.
Now we
And she was kind of rebellious, and her father was trying to marry her off into a rich,
family,
to a rich family.
rich husband.
And at the first meeting, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen the movie,
Yeah.
he smacked her. We
Yeah.
smacked her or pushed her or something
He
like
smacked
that.
her.
Smacked her.
He said, "You do not talk back to me."
Mm-hmm.
And she pushed him, and then all of a sudden he said, "This is the devil's child. The whispers are correct about to the point of her being a demon and this, that, and the third." So he said, "I'm not marrying her." I'm no.
Yeah.
So then the father took her to the kingdom and gave it to the king.
To drop her off.
Because she wanted to do what she wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, right then and there, her first experience as a 19-year-old
Mm-hmm.
being married off, she's already being abused
Yeah.
by a black man.
And so and then coming into this army, it's drilled into her head that love makes you weak.
Yeah.
And you cannot be with a man, you can't be with child, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You have to make a decision. It's your sisters and your
Or-
sisterhood, or it's you.
Yeah.
Back into the world, if you will.
And if you haven't seen the movie, you'll hear the whole spiel that Naniska, Viola Davis's character, she gives out the benefit package. That's what I like to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You have no husbands. You don't have children. You will not. Your opinions will be warranted. Your opinions will be guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
What else? You will fight
Yeah.
or die.
Yeah.
Also,
And the number one, you don't need a man.
Yes.
That's what all of that entails.
They drilling all that into your mind, and those that don't want this type of life.
And this is exactly indicative of what's going on nowadays.
Right now.
Women will have one bad experience or a bad experience with one, maybe two guys, and all of a sudden it's
all
the
black
entire
men,
black race of
all
men.
black male population are shit.
And that is so unfair, because if a man does that to her,
he's misogynistic.
yeah,
He's a woman hater and all
Yeah.
these type of things. It really continues to perpetuate the bullshit. Now, I'm not surprised at the way this movie has rolled into, because the writer is a white woman, Dana Stevens. We also have a director who's a woman, Gina Prince by the Wood. She has a very extensive
resume of movies.
Yeah, resume of movies. Yeah, but yeah, she's behind it as well. Right here, I see women. I see the women's feminist movement,
in the white woman,
and the white women's feminist movement, bringing in the black woman, and we're going to push this agenda.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I see.
Yeah, and it's working.
Oh my God!
That's all they need. This movie was kind of the cherry on top, if you will, because the movement was already going on. It was already happening. But for this movie to come out and then to have such a strong star, Viola Davis, come on. They could have had Angela Bassett. It would have had the same authority.
It's an agenda that is being pushed. You're telling these young ladies they don't need men. You're letting them know that they can do it all by themselves. And this message is pushing to black girls.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people, there are a few people that we've heard say that they were inspired by the movie.
Yeah, motivated.
Say that they were motivated and inspired.
I'm motivated by not needing black men. Now, I can even go deeper. Okay, the homemade tribe. Yes, they took part in the slave trade. But in this movie, Viola Davis's character, who is not real, wants to stop selling the captives or her people into slavery.
Okay.
Now, also in the movie, the king, he is soft. John Boyega. I love the brother. But in this movie, soft.
Soft. He's one of those kings that it's kind of like if you inherit a business and all your life your parents have done all the work, you've never even been into the business before, you've never stepped into the building. All of a sudden they're gone, and now here this is dropped in your lap. So now the only thing you do is just sit there and look pretty. That's exactly the type of king that he is. He has his harem of women.
Yes, of course.
He's the only one who's allowed to be married.
Yeah, he's the only one that he can be banging all night long.
Yeah, but the female warriors are not allowed to do that. And you know what I'm thinking of right now? There are also male warriors. I wonder if they are under the same guise. If they're under, if they have the same rules. That they can't be married.
Because you don't know this because it's all focused on the females.
Yeah.
Okay. And and if you haven't seen it, well, you pretty much I'm gonna spoil it for you.
Too bad.
Because when the young lady Ayo, what's how you pronounce her name? Awe?
Nawi.
When she comes to the kingdom, she is walking through with I will admit this young lady right here.
Beeston.
Awesome. Beeston. I'm not gonna try to pronounce her name because I know I would kill it.
But we'll put it on the screen though.
Yeah.
Make sure.
But what happens is she's taking her through the kingdom and she sees they are cooking something, they're stirring something. And she's like, what's that? She said, I think it's palm oil.
Palm oil,
Palm oil is one of their natural resources. And all of a sudden she says, what did you think it was? She said, heads. She says, no, the heads are over here.
And pointed to like a Christmas tree of skulls of people that they've annihilated.
No. We don't say people. We would say men.
Men
who
that
try
they've
to
annihilated.
Men who's trying to come into this kingdom and try to take over. Now, we're speaking of not white men, black men. And I want to give you the premise of this whole movie. Got nothing to do with stopping the slave trade.
No.
It's about revenge.
The entire movie at face value is about this tribe, the Dahomey tribe, and the female king. However, when you start looking at the movie, you realize that that's not exactly what the movie is about. It is about, like you said, revenge.
Yeah, revenge,
You know?
from the made-up character Naniska, Viola Davis's character, going to try to get the man that raped her.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, young lady's name again? Nawi is Naniska's daughter that she gave away because of the rape.
Because she was becoming she wanted to become an arm, be in the army. Within her trial period, she was captured and she was raped. As she said, she was raped daily by multiple people.
Yeah. But you saw that.
Yeah, they showed that. They definitely showed that.
They gave you the thought. They didn't give you the actual rape, but they saw her being strapped down and men were taking turns.
Yeah.
And the one she only remembers is the gentleman that she has revenge, takes revenge on. See, this is that perpetuation of this agenda that I'm speaking on. Also in the movie, there's a gentleman by the name of Malik. Malik's mother was Dahomey. And so her dying wish was for him to actually come to her tribe and learn about how they lived.
Now, another important part of that was he is mulatto, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, half black, half white.
His father was white, European, and he raped his mom.
Yeah.
Of course, that isn't going to be shown, only talked about, and there you have it.
Well, that ain't be talked about, to be honest with you. We're going to put that into our mindsets that that's what actually happened. And I say this because he speaks his mother about she was a slave. Okay? Her father was white.
Yeah.
That's as far as we go.
Yeah.
We're only to assume what happened to get him here, because they'll make it seem as if they were in love.
Right.
But here you have Naniska.
They're definitely going to show the black man raping anybody, but in this case, a black woman. But they would never show the white man raping the black woman, because that type of thing doesn't happen now, does it? Never has.
And so, pretty much, it's about revenge. It has nothing to do about the tribe.
No.
It has nothing to do about the kingdom.
No.
They speak on the slave trade, but then you get sucked into believe that Naniska wants to stop the slave trade. The king who wants to continue the slave trade, but all of a sudden he has a change of heart. And once again, the king is soft because you have a slaver, this white man sitting right beside him, who disrespects him.
In his own kingdom, like literally sitting less than 5 feet away from him. And you're going to talk to me with disrespect?
Yeah.
Bama, I can get your head to be left here on this chair.
I can have you beheaded right now. See, this is what this movie perpetuates, and I have to give it a thumbs down because it is really a sad case. And I don't know why I thought anything more because of the trailer. You watch the trailer, you would actually think that these women are going against the Europeans to stop slavery.
That's exactly what the trailer perpetuates. It's clickbait.
Yeah.
It's clickbait to the tune of how much? The first weekend?
19 million.
Clickbait, 19 million. We got work to do.
The one weekend. First weekend.
Yeah, we got work to do. Because if that's all it takes, because and that's why I was disappointed when I saw the movie because of that. Because like we said, when we were in any other movie and we saw the trailer, and it just hypes you up. Yeah. You're ready to go. And then when you get in there, it's like, all right, now what? Like, they did revolt against white, the Europeans, the last 10 minutes of the movie?
At the end, this is when they go against white people. Then they made this beautiful scene, burn it down. We take no prisoners.
Take no prisoners. Yeah, I mean...
Come on, man.
See it for yourself, definitely. Yeah. My husband gives it a thumbs down. I give it a thumbs down. If you give it a scale of 1 to 10, where are you?
I give it a -0.
I'm going to give it a 3 because of the action. I think the fight scenes... I know.
No.
The fight scenes were
Yeah.
the action was good, the effects were good.
Yes.
And I did like, and I'm gonna be honest, I did like the camaraderie of like when they were hyping each other up.
I thought it was beautiful. Yeah.
That's all.
Let me tell you something. The story is beautiful. Everything is beautiful. I hate what it perpetuates.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that you got me in this theater sitting down thinking I'm going to see a slave revolt.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they have you perpetuate that black women don't need husbands. You can't have children. Love is something you're supposed to be. It makes you weak and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Every experience pretty much a black woman had
Yeah.
was the fact that she had a bad experience with a black man.
Yeah.
You know, it really sickens me
Yeah.
because this is something that we don't need.
At all.
Viola Davis, I applaud you on your art. I applaud you on your acting. I applaud you on your skills. But on this movie, to have you produce it, what are you thinking? I know you read the script.
Yeah, and I guess my thing is, if they would not have, I guess we're thinking that, or I was thinking going into it, that this was going to be autobiographical about the Dahomey tribe, the struggles, the turmoil, the ins and outs and stuff of the actual tribe.
Yeah.
But they should have just said this was a story.
That's it.
And not so much, they should have changed, they should have not used the actual name of a tribe.
Thank you.
They should have switched it up completely and totally because now we're looking at the right and left of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the fallacies are just growing and growing. So now we're misled.
Yeah. And
Straight up.
And I'm upset. And it's sad that we're looking towards Hollywood to give a true story about us.
That's mistake
yes.
number 3.
I heard an African woman say this. Who told you that Africans sold other Africans into slavery?
Who?
White people.
And because they say it, it's believable.
Yeah. That's the amazing thing.
Such
And then she broke it down. She said, you do realize every time colonizers would conquer a tribe or African country, they would be the ones that's in charge of the narrative or telling the history.
Mm-hmm. They are writing the stories down.
Yes.
How are we going to write them? We're captured.
Right here in America, who controls the media? Do we control it?
Not at all.
They control exactly what you read. They control exactly what you hear. They control what you see.
Yes.
But yet and still, we won't second guess them.
No.
We'll second guess us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I want y'all to realize that every piece of media that comes out, I don't care social media, I don't care television, makes no difference. They control the media. That means they control the narrative.
I don't care if you wrote the script.
I'm going to tell you exactly what you can put in and what you can put out and what you're supposed to take out. Look at Nick Cannon. He read something and put it on his podcast, and they were talking about canceling this man forever. This man wrote Wild 'N Out.
Mm-hmm.
They want to take that from him. Whoopi Goldberg spoke about the Holocaust, and all she said was the Holocaust was not about race. She was silenced for 2 weeks. And this is the people that we're looking to tell our story and to make us into a positive light. Now, you can sit here and say that I'm just pretty much doing some kind of conspiracy theories or whatever. Explain
Think what you will. I mean,
explain it.
You can't expect people who look at you negatively to write something positive about you.
Yes, they characterize us as animals anyway.
I mean,
even to this day.
That's with anything. Would you go to somebody you know doesn't like you to ask them for help? Like,
hey,
why would
somebody like my wife just said, would you go to someone that you know couldn't stand you, and would you ask them, hey, look, write my story for me?
Why? Not even my obituary. I mean, it's all sense ain't common. But I mean, just think about that.
Just think
like,
through it.
really.
I'm going to ask somebody who hates me to write my story and think they're going to tell the truth.
Come on now. Even you'll tell your story before somebody else will.
I mean, come on. How many times you ever heard somebody that you work with that can't stand you? lie on you. So why do we believe that this white race does not have the same motivation?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if you think I'm talking racism, but it is racism. Look at it. Watch the movie. And you tell me how is it inspiring? Now, the camaraderie amongst the women, I think that's beautiful.
That's it.
But you ain't got to come out of the mouth and say you can't have no husbands. You ain't got to sit around here and make every situation that's with these warrior women to have something negative when a black man's involved.
Every single woman. Now, okay. And they weren't seeking them out. This was a rule, allegedly. This was a rule for that female army.
Yeah.
Because they wanted them to stay focused.
Yeah.
As if, and in my opinion, that's degrading, because are you saying that women can't focus on two things? We can't chew and walk at the same time.
So
like,
pretty much, it goes to the joint. I said women are weak because that's the case. You have to put that into my mind.
Exactly.
So men are stronger.
Men can handle it, but women can't.
And you know
what? I'm good with that.
I can have me a family. I can have kids. I can have a wife.
And go to war.
I can still go to war.
I'm good with that.
But a woman, she can't have none of that. She got to just have one thing on her mind: focus.
And that's the thing. We're not alike. I don't know how many times I have to say, but I'll keep saying it. Women, we are not equal to men. We are not. If we were equal to men, we would be men. We're not. We are created differently for a reason. We are not supposed to be strong like men. We're strong in other ways. We should complement each other. We really should. And this movie,
she compliments
and
me.
he compliments me. Like, combined, we are whole. He fills in spaces. I fill in spaces. I know where my weaknesses are. He knows where his weaknesses are. If somebody broke into the house, I'm not going to jump in front of him. I'm not going to be beside him like, nah, I could do this too.
My family.
Handle your business, baby.
No,
I'm going to pray for you.
my family's going to be behind me. What she need to be doing is calling 911.
That's it.
And making sure the kids are straight.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't need to show him how strong I am. He knows that through my weaknesses.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So, I mean, all this, I don't know. That's a different video. But nonetheless, this movie perpetuates that, in our opinion. It perpetuates the I don't need a man. Watch me go. I'm woman, hear me roar. And we hear you roaring. But then you so busy roaring, you don't have time to purr. Come on, baby.
But
Come on.
This is our take on The Woman King.
Go see it for yourself. Hit us in the comments. Let us know
what you
think.
thought of it.
Yeah.
Did you see something different?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Mun.
I'm Ray. That's our time. We thank you for yours. Until the next video.